So once again, swimmers, please leave the pool. Okay, everyone, welcome to the last session, session 4 of the West District Sprints and Relays for 2022. We'll get going in just a couple of minutes with the first event today, which will be the girls 11 to 12 50 metre backstroke, followed by the boys 50 metre backstroke for 11 to 12. Before we do that, we have health and safety. Yeah. So could we have swimmers go to the warm-up area who are starting the first event? So swimmers, event 401 and 402, 11 to 12, 50 metre backstroke, please go to the area just behind the blocks just to get yourself ready before the start. So health and safety, in the event of an emergency, a siren will sound, staff will direct you to the nearest fire exit. Please do not use the lift. Take a look around you and note where the nearest fire exit is. Do not leave articles in the walkways or on the stairs. No glass items or outdoor footwear to be worn in poolside. On leaving poolside, you must wear appropriate dry clothing and footwear. No mobile phones should be used in the changing rooms, toilets or showers. Welcome to all our technical officials this afternoon. It's great to see everyone here helping this meet run so smoothly as it has so far, and I'm sure the final session will be the same. Just to welcome our starters for the session. Starters are Mark Scott, and we have Ed McCready being mentored. Referees today are Jennifer Neal and Elizabeth Fitzsimmons, and alongside Elizabeth we have Hazel Hastings. Ed McCarty, I should have said, as a starter, not Ed McCready. So as I said before, we will get underway very soon with the 50 metre breaststroke for 11 to 12 girls, and then the 50 metre breaststroke for the boys, followed by 13 to 14-year-old 50 metre butterfly. The meet today is once again on Meet Mobile. What's it called again? It's got a funny name. WD Sprint or something like that. On Meet Mobile, it's 2022 WDAG Meet and Relay Champs. Welcome to everyone on the live stream. Watching at home. It's great to have you watching the action with us here. Just a reminder to swimmers, you should be at the marshalling area at least 10 minutes before your race, so just keep an eye on that as the meet goes on this afternoon. Please get to the marshalling area well in time for your race. So the announcing desk today, we have Jackie Smith, we have Robert Taylor, and myself, Stuart Stevenson. Off we go with the first heat. Lanes 1 through to 8. Ava Ferretti, Charlotte Craig, Ruby McInnes, Lainey Gibb, Honor McCarty, Madison Smith, Emily Maguire and Akavya Singh. Good start there in the orange cap there. In lane 4, Lainey Gibb from Stranraer. She's first to turn there Inside her, Ruben McInnes is also looking good. And outside her, Madison Smith. So it's a battle between these three at the moment. Possibly Ruben McInnes just nudging in front, but it's between Ruby and Laney as they come towards the finish here. Possibly Laney will touch first. And it is Ruby who gets it, 40.97. We'll just wait for these results to confirm. Laney Gibbons second, 41.47. Third, Honor McCarty. Okay, that's the final results there.
And heat 2, lane 0, Amy Stevenson 1, Hannah Jemison 2, Iona Lynn 3, Isadora Holmes 4, Evie Chan 5, Casey Dixon 6, Amber Hinton 7, Charlotte McGavin and 8, Hannah McCaig. And as we come up to the halfway, it's Evie Chan, the North Ayrshire swimmer, who I think just got the turn first ahead there of Isadora Holmes. Milngay and Bearsden alongside them. Iona Lynn also moving herself up into a position to challenge for first. But at the moment, it's Evie Chan just got the lead there. And indeed, she touches first, just ahead of Isadora Holmes and Iona Lynn in third place, I think. So if we just check the scoreboard there. Evie Chan, 41.44. Isadora Holmes, 41.64. And Iona Lynn, 42.87. That's your 1, 2 and 3 in that heat.
Now we move on to the boys, 11 to 12, 50-metre breaststroke, and this is the first of 2 heats. Lanes 2 through to 6, we have Conor McGregor, Sam Haddon, Lewis Bray, Finlay Morris and Murray Johnson. Quickest on paper here, Lewis Bray and Reclyde in lane 4. But it's Finlay Morris, possibly just at least up with Lewis at the moment as they turn. A good turn there by Lewis. Now just nudging forward into the lead. Finlay Morris still going well. It looks as if he's got a clear second. And in third place, Sam Haddon. But Lewis Bray will come to take this one. 39.4 is his entry. Just outside that, 41.09. 43.20 for Finlay Morris. And in third, Sam Haddon, 43.92.
And heat 2 of the 50-metre breaststroke, boys 11 to 12-year-olds. Lane 2, Luke Todd. 3, Matthew Jack. 4, Ryan Crabb. 5, Blake Herdman. No one in lane 6. And lane 7, Ollie Jeffords. And as the boys come up to the turn, it's Ryan Crabb from Ren 96 who turns first. He's got himself a body length ahead of the swimmers either side of him. And so I don't think that anybody's going to catch him as he continues to move ahead of the field. And the battle's now on between Matthew Jack and Blake Herdman for second place. That's Ryan Crabb touched first. The Renfrew Bath swimmer Matthew Jack second, and Inverclyde Blake Herdman in third. Times for the boys are 38:23 for Ryan, 40:00 for Matthew, and 42:70 for Blake.
First of 5 heats, girls 13, 14, 50 butterfly. Sophie Brown, Alex Shepherd, Daisy Kelly, Lucy Hunter, Leisha Thompson, Molly Binning, Emily Hickey. Good start by Molly Binning, round 96, ready off the turn, and turning second, Sophia Brown, Eastcote Bride. Sorry, Alex Shepherd, Cumbernauld, Sophia Brown not in this one. Empty lane, and Molly Binning coming through very strongly indeed to take this. Close for second, Molly takes that on the touch. It might have just been Lucy Hunter who got that second place. It was indeed 36.46 for Lucy, and third place Alex Shepherd, 36.54. Winning time 34.29 for Molly Binning.
This is our second heat from lanes 0 to 9. Rose McDermott, Hera Kellock, Katie Gaffney, Caitlin McCarthy, Eva Murray, Emily Easton, Kimberly Willis, Monica Muir, Ellen White and Rachel McGavin. Very close at the moment. Possibly lane 6, Kimberly Willis. First to the turn there. Also going well in lane 3 is Caitlin McCarthy. So Caitlin looking good. Coming up inside her, Kate Gaffney as well. And over in lane 0, Rose McDermott. Looking very strong towards the finish. It could be the two outside lanes 0 and 9. And it is Rose McDermott, 35.22. And second place, Caitlin McCarthy, 35.40 and 35.69 in third for Ellen White.
Our third heat, first of the seeded heats, Imogen Barrett, Chloe Henry, Emma Binney, Chloe Kirk, Millie Convin, Millie Barton, Emma McCauley, Alana Wilson, empty lane in 8, and Sophie Allison in 9. Pretty level start though, Emma McCauley up there along with Alana Wilson. And coming through is Millie Convin from Dumfries. And Millie's going to take this. Millie Barton in 5, And in lane 9, Sophie Allison, I think, got third. Millie Convin, 32.73. Millie Barton, 33.03. And 33.14 for Sophie.
This is heat 4, 0 to 9, Madison Leach, Darby Patmore, Sophia McGinley, Cara White, Mirren Gibb, Katie Towers, Lucy Kellis, Anna Lee, Erin Ferris, Leah Rafferty. Quickest on paper, Mirren Gibb, 32 seconds. Looks like Mirren just about first to the turn there. Sophia McGinley looking good as well in lane 2. So I think it's between these two girls, Sophia and Mirren. That's our 1-2 at the moment. Coming through next is Sophia, Cara White as well. And it looks as if Mirren Gibb has taken this one. Mirren Gibb takes it, 32.73. Second, Sophia in 32.97. And third, Cara White, 33.12.
And heat 5, no swimmer in lane 0. 1, Morgan Dunn. 2, Chloe Semple. 3, Abigail McHenry. 4, Emily Dawson. 5, Kaylin Chan. 6, Molly Irvin Watson. 7, Addison Cole. 8, Mirren McConnell. And 9, Erin Coulter. And at the turn, as the girls come out from their underwater, it's the South Ayrshire swimmer. No, I beg your pardon. The Dumfries swimmer, Molly Irvin Watson, is going to touch in first at a time there of 32.66. In the second, Abby McHenry, 33.11, and Kaylin Chan in third, 33.26.
First of heats of boys 13 to 14.50 butterfly. Archie Barron 3 for N96. Finlay Hiddleston Dumfries goes in the middle lane in 4, and Avi Doughton Ren 96 in lane 5, and it's Avi with the slight advantage. Finlay just upsides him now at the halfway mark. Advantage now with the Dumfries boy. 37.38 his entry time. Other two boys also in at 37 seconds plus. And coming in the final 5 metres, Finlay and Avi, not much between them, with Archie finishing in third place, 36.50 the winning time. It's a nice wee improvement on the first two boys' times.
This is heat 2, 0 to 9. Callum Forsyth, Jay McKinnon, Stuart Fennick, Michael Gemmell, George Zibiniski, David Perez, Carrick Thompson, Ali Hattab, Oliver Jones, and Uri Bryson. Pretty close at the moment, possibly Stuart Fennick in 2. And first of the turn there, the Hamilton swimmer. Also going well, Callum Forsyth over in lane 0. And it looks as if it's still the Hamilton swimmer, Stuart Fennick, in the lead. Will he have the strength to see it through? Also coming through strongly in lane 9, Rory Bryson. And I think Rory took that one just at the end, 34.97 for Rory. Second, Carrick Thompson, 35.56. And third, Stuart Fennick, 35.63.
And heat 3, lanes 0 to 9, Kenneth Traynor, Lachlan Hannay, Samuel McClumpher, Kyle Harper, Rory Duncan, Rhys Edwards, Jonathan Nagay, Effie Epagoglu, Ewan Nielsen and Riley Griffin. And at the turn, it's lane 5, Rhys Edwards turned well there. He's just ahead of the field, but he's being challenged as they come into the closing stages of this race this afternoon. Effie Epagoglu, I think, got that. I think touched out first, but we'll just check. No, Rhys Edwards got that. Effie Epagoglu second, and Jonathan Nagy third. Times there, Rhys Edwards 31.95, Effie Epagoglu 32.26, and Jonathan Nagy 32.65.
On to heat number 9, heat number 4 rather. Empty lane in 0, Jack Traynor, Caleb Kerris, Callum MacArthur, Lewis Gibson, Alex Stitch, Adam Merrick, Joe Jimison, Finlay Bennett and Finlay Dugici. Well, a very strong start by Lewis Gibson. Swam really well this morning and he's well clear in this one. It's all about second place, Callum MacArthur, Alex Stitch. That's second and third at the moment. Lewis takes that. He's going to get second. It's Cal MacArthur just ahead of Alex Stitch, I think. Lewis Gibson, 28.65. And the disqualification in that first heat, in that fourth heat. Lane 4's for a technical infraction. So that's Callum MacArthur, Alex Stitch, Adam Merrick. 30.85 the winning time.
This is heat 5, 0 through to 9. Logan McDonald, Callum Ferguson, Fraser van der Meulen, Ewan Watson, Tom Jeffords, Archie MacArthur, Cameron Beck, Max Miller, Clark, Malcolm Gill and Jimmy Lynn. Great start in the middle lanes there. Tom Jeffords, Archie MacArthur. And it's Tom Jeffords looking good here. Ren 96 swimmer. He has the quickest on entry, 27.9. And up alongside him, Archie MacArthur clearing second. So it'll be Tom Jeffries, Archie MacArthur. That's our 1-2. And third, Fraser van der Meulen. So winning time there, 28.96, 29.88. Archie and... Oh, it was actually Ewan Watson who took third there. 31.5, so that's been a readjustment there.
And the final heat of this event, through lane 0 through to 9, Ben Waddle, Craig Shaw, Lachlan Small, Ethan Collins, No Summer lane 4, Fraser Cowie, Daniel Frew, Andrew Brackenridge, Scott Brodie and Ewan Green. And at the turn, it's Ethan Collins, Fraser Cowie. Fraser Cowie moving ahead of the field. Behind him, Ethan Collins. Ethan's being challenged by Daniel Frew. That was Fraser Cowie's race there, 29.17. Ethan Collins seconds, 30.26. And Daniel Frew, 30.49. Fraser Cowie, Ethan Collins, Daniel Frew, 1, 2 and 3. So I'll give you the finalists for event 401. Ruby McInnes, North Ayrshire. Evie Chan, North Ayrshire. Lainey Gibbs, Stranraer. Isadora Holmes, Milngavie and Bearsden. Honor McCarty, Inverclyde. Iona Lynn, Scotia. Madison Smith, South Ayrshire. Casey Dixon, Rutherglen. Amber Hinton, Dumfries. Hannah McCaig, South Ayrshire. And our reserves are Ekvira Singh, Scotia, and Ava Ferretti, Milngavie and Bearsden. Event 402, boys 11 to 12, 50 metre breaststroke finalists: Ryan Crabb, Ren 96, Lewis Bray, Finley Morris, both Inverclyde, Matthew Jack, Renfrew Bath, Blake Herdman, Inverclyde, Sam Haddon, Ren 96, Luke Todd, Grangemouth, Gordon McGregor, Kilmarnock, Molly Johnson, Ren 96, and Ollie Jeffords, Ren 96.
So first of 5 heats, 15, 16, 50 backstroke. Robin Vase, Erin Hughes, Katie Stark, Eve McElwham and Laden Howitt. Times in this 36 and 37 seconds. And three girls turning pretty much together. Aidan Howitt, Eve McElwham in 5. Katie Stark now getting to work on lane 4. Katie just with the advantage. Her teammate Eve McElwham coming back strongly. Cisco Bride 1, 2. Katie, Eve and Leiden. Winning time for Katie, 35.81, almost a second faster. Nice improvement in her time. Eve 36.21 and Leiden 36.59, all improving on their entry times.
This is heat 2. Lane 0, Catherine Taylor. 2, Olivia Leonard. 4, Lucy Nimmo. 5, Rowan McDonald. 6, Emma Barrowman. 7, Lauren Peckover. 8, Evie Judge. And 9, Eva Fair. Quickest entry here, Lucy Nimmo. Bells Hill Summer. Looks good at the moment, as does Emma Barrowman in 6. And also going well in lane 2, Olivia Leonard. So it looks like it's between these three, but coming through well now in lane 8 as well. Evie Judge. It's going to be very close towards the finish here, but it will be Lucy Nimmo. Lucy takes it, 34.29. Second, Evie Judge, 35.06. Third, Emma Barrowman, 35.11.
And heat 3, lane 0 through to 9, Emily Taylor, Sophie Steele, Sophie Gibson, Rebecca Cole, Emma Leggett, Kirsty Gilmore, Amelia Campbell, Catherine Simpson, Ayla Hannay and Georgia Dickey. And as we come up to the turn, it is Kirsty Gilmore. I think just got the lead there, but she's being challenged by her teammates Emma Leggett as they come into the closing stages of the race. And it is Kirsty Gilmore first, Emma Leggett second, and in third, Rebecca Cole. So the times for the girls: Kirsty Gilmore 31.79, Emma Leggett 32.38, and Rebecca Cole 33.00.
We're good to go again. This is heat number 4. Just getting the mechanism ready again in, I think, lane 1. Wee problem there. Aware that she was about to, yeah. Heat 4 of 5, empty lane in 4, Rebecca Somerville, Emma Creaney, Victoria Grabowska, Brooke Rogerson, Grace Noonan, Hannah Anderson, April Craner, Abigail Hill, and Amy McAlonan. Well, good start from Grace Noonan in 5. Also up there is Brooke Rogerson from Dumfries. M&B swimmer just with a slight advantage, but Brooke Rogerson coming back. Also Victoria Grabowska. Beginning to tighten up inside the final 5. Grace Noonan, Victoria Grabowska and Brooke Rogerson. I think that's probably the finish. Well, not quite. Grace Noonan 32.75 just on the touch. Brooke Rogerson just held on for second. 33.03, 33.13 for Victoria. Finalists for the girls 50 butterfly: Molly Irvin Watson, Dumfries; Abigail McInerney from Inverclyde; Cara White, Ren 96; Emily Dawson, Mulgine Beersten; Chloe Kurt, Mulgine Beersten; Chloe Semple, Rutherglen; Imogen Barrett, Ren 96; Molly Binning, Ren 96; Emma Binney, North Ayrshire; and Ellen White, Stirling Swim. Reserves: Katie Gaffney, Rutherglen; and Madison Leach, South Ayrshire.
This is our final heat from 0 through to 9. Julie Dunn, Isabel Kendall, Iona Henderson, Molly MacArthur, Susie McNair, Ailey Robertson, Perry Scobie, Ailey McNair, Sophie Hardy and Tara Montgomery. Good start by Ailey Robertson, also Susie McNair. It's these two girls that are locked together at the moment in 1 and 2. Going well next to Susie. Millie MacArthur not too far behind, but it looks like Susie's just moving into the lead, but will come right down to the finish here, and Susie McNair takes it 31.09, Ailey Robertson 31.59, and third, Millie MacArthur 32.18.
Finalists for event 404, Archie MacArthur, Inverclyde, Ethan Collins, Bells Hill, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swimming, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swim, Max Miller, Western Bartonshire, Scott Brodie, Inverclyde, Finlay Bennett in Rutherglen, Cameron Beck, Inverclyde, Kyle Harper, South Ayrshire, Ewan Nielsen, Cumbernauld, Callock, Malcolm Gill, Inverclyde, both reserves. And we move on to event 406, the boys 15 to 16-year-old 50-metre backstroke. We have two swimmers with no swimmer in lane 3. Lane 4, Lewis McDonald, Motherwell Wishall, and 5, Freddie Hughes, Bells Hill. And at the turn, it's the Motherwell Wishall swimmer that had a good turn there and has taken a lead and is firing ahead to home now as he heads within the closing stages of his race this afternoon. And he's going to take the touch ahead of Freddie Hughes. Time there 32.47 for Lewis and 35.48 for Freddie.
Heat 2, Aaron Steele, Callum Traynor, Max Hislop, Seamus Barbaric, George McGeer, Finlay Cunningham, Fraser McIntosh, Zach Jeffrey, Harry Sharp, Tyler Stewart. Lane 6, Fraser McIntosh with the advantage at halfway. Also well there is Tyler Stewart, East Kilbride, the two East Kilbride boys having a good scrap. Not much between the two. Lane 6, 8, and might have been an East Kilbride 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 3. Not quite. Tom Jeffers swallows that one. Around 96 swimmer in third place. Fraser McIntosh 31.89, 32.07 for Tyler, and 32.37 for Zach.
This is Heat 3, 0 to 9. Mark Watchorn, Rudy Hall, Jamie Gilchrist, Benji Jeffries, Logan van der Meulen, Jack Simpson, Adam Thompson, Scott Fleming, Alex Cumming, and Luke Gardner. Looks as if it's lane 5, Jack Simpson, first to the turn. Logan van der Meulen alongside, and also going well in lane 7 is Scott Fleming. Scott's coming right through here, and it's between him and Logan. And who's going to get the touch here? It is Scott Fleming on the touch there, 28.81. Logan van der Meulen, 28.95. And Jack Simpson, 29.93.
And we move on to Heat 4, lane 0 through to 9. Louis Damasio, Finley Watson, Luke Scott, Robbie Carlisle, Adam Scott, Jack Doherty-Simpson, Alex Scott, Oliver Cairns, Luke Garrity and Ross McGee. And at the turn, it's Jack Doherty-Simpson who rose first, but alongside him it's Adam Scott who had a good turn there. And he's leading the field and he's going to take the touch ahead of Jack. In second and in third, Robbie Carlisle. So Adam Scott, 28.42. Jack Doherty-Simpson, 28.97. And Robbie Carlisle, 29.70.
Fifth and final heat, James Stewart, Adam Hill, empty lane in 2, Thomas Ingalls, Finlay Nelson, Ethan Stewart, Cole Morrison, empty lane in 7, Peter Maloney and Matthew Lees. Finlay Nelson's been almost unstoppable, and this is the same again. He leads out the turn from Thomas Ingalls in lane 2, Ethan Stewart in 5. So Finlay Nelson, Ethan Stewart, Thomas Ingalls, that's the 1, 2, 3. 28.51 for Finlay, 29.22 Ethan, and 29.60 for Thomas Ingalls.
We're on to the girls 17 and over 53, 1 through to 7. Keris McCrindle, Holly Hopkins, Olivia Payton, Emma Scobie, Amber Stevenson, Erin Collins and Fiona Ferguson. Good start from Emma Scobie I should say. 26.85 is her entry. It's looking comfortable at the moment. Amber Stevenson in second place. And Emma Scobie takes that. 26.76. 28.00 for Amber, and third Olivia Payton, 29.45.
And heat 2. No swimmer lane 1. Lanes 2 through to 7. Jocelyn McKenzie, Erin Hammond, Catriona Stewart, Isabel Wood, Casey Maxwell and Millie Donachie. And at the turn, it's Catriona Stewart from Western Bartonshire who's leading the field. Behind her, Isabel Wood from Stirling Swim. These are your 1 and 2 this afternoon. As Catriona Stewart gets the touch. 27.31, Isabel Wood 28.02, and behind them Casey Maxwell 29.80. Catriona Stewart, Isabel Wood, Casey Maxwell 1, 2 and 3.
Third and final heat, Samantha Gardner, Kerry Sinnott, Keisha McCormack, Kira Sterica, Gabriella Leasing, Amy Robertson and Lindsay Cameron. Now Kira Sterica, well clear halfway. Gabriella Leasing turning in second, and Keisha McCormack. That's the order coming down inside the final 5 metres. Kira Sterica wins this very well indeed. Gabrielle and Keisha second and third. That's the fastest time, 26.38. Gabrielle 27.61 and 29.10 for Keisha. Was just give you some finalists for the girls' 50-year-old back. Susie McNair, Stirling Swim. Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire.
Okay, we're now on to the boys 53. Nathan Lilly, Adam Miller, Adam Sanufi, Cameron Craney, Fraser Baird, Cameron Doran, Callum Logie and Logan Smith. Looks as if it might be Callum Logie in the lead at the moment. Who's going to touch first here? It is actually Cameron Doran who just takes it on the touch. Cameron Craney, I should have said, is in second, 25.27. And Adam Sanufi in 25.55 in third.
So just going back to the previous heat, lane 9, Leonardo Sterler His time, once we get the results, will be recorded. Although he swam in the first heat and not the second, according to the start sheets. Heat 2, lane 0 through to 8, Benjamin Jones, John Thompson, Ewan Houston, no swimmer lane 3, Jack Murphy, Phelan McNally, Matthew Gordon, Rhys Campbell and Andrew Mackenzie. And as the boys turn at the halfway mark, it's the Bells Hill Shark swimmer Jack Murphy who's just got himself ahead of the field, but he is being challenged as we come into the closing stages of the race. I think he's just going to hold on, and he did. He got the touch there. Jack Murphy, 24.88. In behind him, Phelan McNally. Beg your pardon. In behind him, Matthew Gordon and Phelan McNally third. Times for the boys there. Jack Murphy, 24.88. Matthew Gordon, 25.25. And Phelan Murphy, 25.29.
Lewis Graham, Ewan McDonald, Blair McKean, empty lanes 3 and 4, Matthew Garrity, Daniel Wong, Keane Smith, Matthew Martin and Gregor Bryson. Now pretty close, Matthew Garrity, Daniel Wong. It is just Matthew is just going to hang on. Daniel Wong, and over in 2 I think Blair McKean was third. In fact, Ewan McDonald in lane 1 was third. Matthew Garrity just takes that 25.07, 25.08 hundredths in it. Coming back to finalists, I'll give you 16-year-old backstrokes. Girls, Kirsty Gilmore, Hamilton Bass, Millie MacArthur, Lanark, Emma Leggett, Hamilton Bass, Emma Creaney, Cumbernauld, April Craner, Inverclyde, Isabel Kendall, Stirling Swim, Amy McAlonan, Ren 96, her teammate Rebecca Summerall, Rowan McDonald, Kilmarnock, Katie Start, East Kilbride.
Now on to event 4 and 9. The boys 30 to 1400 IM. Lane 3, Aaron Russell, Bells Hill. 4, Riley Gliffin, Adrian Monkton. 5, Archie Barr, Ren 96. And lane 6, Callum Struzik from Bells Hill. Quickest on paper on entry here. Riley Griffin from Adrian Monkton. And it's Riley and Callum Struzik at the moment. 1-2. And Aaron and Archie not too far behind just now as we come up to the halfway point. There's Riley Griffin in the lead as he turns into breaststroke. We'll see what happens in the breaststroke, whether things change. Still Riley holding his lead just now, looking fairly secure. And challenging for second place now is Aaron Russell. Possibly Callum is just about hanging on to second. But it is Riley Griffin going to the final turn. So Riley Griffin well clear now. I don't think he'll be caught at this stage. Second place is still up for grabs between Callum and Aaron, and it looks like Aaron has just moved up into second, a clear second. Riley Griffin takes that, a time of 1:19.62. Aaron Russell 1:22.16, and Callum Struzik 1:23.83. So all boys there well underneath their entry times, so some good swims. Well done, boys.
So the two reserves for event 405, the girls 16-year-old 50-metre backstroke, Tara Montgomery Stirling Swim, Julie Dunn South Ayrshire. And heat 2, lane 0 through to 9, Jay McKinnon, Callan Forsyth, Oliver Jones, Dean Binney, Lachlan Hannay, Ali Hattab, Aviv Doughton, Michael Gemmell, Ewan Nielsen and Finley Hiddleston. And it's lane 8, Ewan Nielsen, who turned first there. Being challenged over in lane 1, Callan Forsyth, but coming through in the middle of the pool, Lachlan Hannay in lane 4. That's lane 8's going to turn first, Ewan Nielsen. His time 35.09. And we're into the breaststroke. Can the boys do anything to catch Ewan, who continues to swim well ahead of the field? And then we're looking over to Lachlan Hannay and Callum Forsyth. I think Callum Forsyth is going to turn in second as the boys all turn and head for home. So can Callan challenge Ewan Nielsen? I think probably Lachlan's too far back to be a challenge, but it looks like indeed Callan Forsyth is going to get him ahead. No, Ewan Nielsen, late charge. He takes the touch. Behind him, Callan Forsyth and Lachlan Hannay in third. So Ewan Nielsen, 1:17.42. Callan Forsyth, 1:18.39. And Lachlan Hannay, 1:20.65. Ewan Nielsen, Callan Forsyth, Lachlan Hannay, 1, 2 and 3.
Boys 50 backstroke finalists, we'll read them out shortly. Third heat, Aaron Hunter, Luke Bryan, Kenneth Traynor, Ruben Pearson, David Perez, Kel Harper, empty lane in 6, Carrick Thompson, Jonathan Nagy and Rory Duncan. Nice strong start in lane 5 by Kel Harper, South Ayrshire. Also over in far side from where we are, Aaron Hunter, Cumbernauld, Ruben Pearson also going well. And not out of it, Rory Duncan, South Ayrshire in 9. Tightening up, it's Ruben Pearson in 3, lane 9 and 5 at the halfway mark. Let's see if this separates them on the breaststroke section. Jonathan Nagy from Motherwell and Wishaw coming through to try and get in the mix as well. Aaron Hunter over in lane 0 now out of it. It's Ruben Pearson in 3. Good breaststroke from Rory Duncan and Jonathan Nagy in 9 and 8. And down the final stretch, all to play for. Lane 3, Ruben Pearson, Motherwell and Wishaw. Looks as though he has this one wrapped up. Ruben Pearson. Rory Duncan. Oh, very tight there. I think just touched it ahead of Jonathan Nagy for the second and third. Running time for Ruben, 1:15.93, 1:17.41, 1:17.55 for Rory and Jonathan. So the 15-year-old backstroke finalists are Adam Scott, Ren 96, Finlay Nelson, Dumfries, Logan van der Meulen, Stirling Swim, Jack Docherty Simpson, Scotia, Benji Jeffries, South Ayrshire, and Peter Maloney, Inverclyde. We'll stop there.
It's heat 4 from 0 through to 9. Lucas Craw, Rhys Edwards, Scott Brodie, Andrew Brackenridge, Tom Jeffords, Fraser Cowie, Alex Tinge, Fraser van der Meulen, Joe Jameson and George Zabriskie. Quickest here, Tom Jeffords on entry, the Ren 96 swimmer, and Tom in the lead at the moment. Not far behind Tim just now, Fraser Cowie. It's Tom and Fraser, and then there's a few swimmers on the line for third place. But it's Tom Jeffords, about a second ahead at the moment over Fraser Cowie, and third place Fraser van der Meulen. So a good turn there as well by Fraser Cowie. So Fraser looking good here in lane 5. So Fraser ahead of Tom, a couple of seconds behind an entry, but looking very good at the moment. And coming right through in that breaststroke leg in 7 was Fraser van der Meulen, so it'll be pretty close for second place now. But out in front is Fraser Cowie, and Tom Jeffords now fighting back, but Fraser Cowie will take it. Fraser Cowie comes in and takes that one, 108.74, 109.58 for Tom Jeffords, and Fraser van der Meulen 111.36.
Carrying on with the finalists for that 15-year-old backstroke: Rory Hall, Milgan Bearsten, Adam Thompson, South Ayrshire, Oliver Cairns, Cumbernauld, and Tyler Stewart, East Kilbride. Reserves to follow.
And heat 5, lanes 0 through to 9. Finlay Gaducci, Caleb Geddes, Daniel Frew, Ewan Watson. Empty lane 4, Callum MacArthur, Ethan Collins, Ewan Green, Adam Merrick, and Clark Malkin Gill. And as the boys go into the backstroke, lane 5, Callum MacArthur swimming well, as is Ethan Collins. Got themselves ahead. South Ayrshire swimmer Daniel Frew is also up there. And the boys turn and head into the breaststroke. It is still Callum MacArthur, Ethan Collins on his shoulders. And in behind them, Ewan Watson from Renfrew Baths. I think that's your 1, 2 and 3 as they come up to the final turn in the 100 IM for the boys this afternoon. And Callum MacArthur extends his lead by several body lengths. This is his race. He's going to get the touch. In behind him, Ethan Collins. Bit of a battle going on for third place, but I think it's going to be Ewan Watson from Renfrew Bath over in lane 3, who touches in third. Looking at the scoreboard, Callum MacArthur 108.42, Ethan Collins 111.31, and Ewan Watson 113.53. Your 1, 2 and 3. There's a disqualification in lane 7 for a technical infraction.
The two reserves for the 15-year-old backstroke are Luke Garrity, Inverclyde, and Mark Watchhorn from Scotia. We'll give the 16-year-old shortly. Sixth and final heat: Samuel McClumfat, Cameron Beck, Craig Shaw, Callum Ferguson, Lewis Gibson, Archie MacArthur, Finlay Bennett, Lachlan Small, Max Miller, Nifi Upulgu. And Lewis Gibson with the advantage after the butterfly onto backstroke now, and still travelling nicely, although Archie MacArthur from Inverclyde closing on him. And third place, Lachlan Small from Stirling Swim. Breaststroke section now. Nice turn there for Lewis. It's got a good body length advantage. Lachlan Small coming through strongly. Also with a late charge, Finlay Bennett from Rutherglen, and Craig Shaw, Callum Ferguson in 2 and 3. It's all about the minor places here as Lewis Gibson heads for home. Finlay Bennett in second, and Archie MacArthur in third. So Lewis Gibson, Finlay Bennett, Archie MacArthur, 105.95, 107.61 and 109.65 respectively. Our 16-year-old backstroke finalists are Jack Simpson, East Kilbride, Scott Fleming, East Kilbride, Ethan Stewart, Hamilton Bass, Thomas Ingalls, Western Bartonshire, Robbie Carlyle, Bellshill Sharks, Cole Morrison, Stirling Swim, Jamie Gilchrist, East Kilbride, Fraser McIntosh, East Kilbride, Alex Scott, Dumfries, Ross McGee, Rutherglen. Our reserves, Zach Jeffrey from Ren 96 and Seamus Barbury from East Kilbride. Our 17-year-old girls 50 freestyle finalist, Ciara Steriker, South Ayrshire, Emma Scobie, Kirkintilloch and Kilsyth, Catriona Stewart, Western Bartonshire, Abriella Leasing, Ren 96, Amber Stevenson from South Ayrshire. Rest to follow.
Okay, this is the girls 17 and over 100 metre IM. And 2, Casey Maxwell. 3, Lindsay Cameron. 4, Isabel Woods. No swimmer in 5. 6, Millie Donachie. And 7, Keisha McCormick. Clear favourite going into this is Isabel Wood from Stirling in lane 4. 107.53 her entry. Looking strong at the moment. Inside Isabel, Lindsay Cameron. Also looking good for second as they come up to the halfway point. And it is Isabel into the breaststroke. So it's Isabel and then Lindsay, and third at the moment, Millie Donachie. Good breaststroke here again from Isabel. Now moving further clear. So Isabel and then Lindsay coming up well in lane 6 is Millie Donachie. So she is challenging for second place now. She's moved up and gained some ground in that breaststroke. But Isabel Woods clear in front now, and she will take this heat by some margin. And she takes it there in a time of 1:08.70 for Isabel. And second place, Lindsay Cameron, 1:13.27, and third, Millie Donachie, 1:14.15.
Carrying on those 50 freestyle, Isabel Woods, Stirling Swim, Keisha McCormack, Scotia, Olivia Payton, South Ayrshire, Lindsay Cameron, Dumfries, Casey Maxwell, Dumfries, Reserves, Amy Robertson, South Ayrshire, and Erin Hammond, also South Ayrshire.
And the final heat of this afternoon's events. Heat 2, lane 1, Olivia Payton. 2, Kerry Sinnott. 3, Gabriella Lesson. 4, Catriona Stewart. 5, Amber Stevenson. And 6, Erin Hammond. And at the first turn there, it's the South Ayrshire swimmer, Amber Stevenson, who's just got herself ahead, but she's being challenged by Gabriella Lessing. As they come up to the turn and into the breaststroke, the two girls turn together, and in the middle of them, Catriona Stewart. So move into the breaststroke. Catriona moves herself ahead of Gabriella. It's Amber Stevenson, Catriona, Gabriella. As Catriona gets herself ahead of the field and turns into the final section of her 100 IM. Catriona Stewart, Amber Stevenson, Gabriella Lessing, I think are going to be your 1, 2 and 3. As Catriona finishes there and touches in a time of 1:07.49, closely followed by Amber Stevenson, 1:08.40, and Gabriella Lessing, 1:10.14. So that concludes the heats for this afternoon. We will shortly move into the finals. Just a pre-warning. Just a pre-warning that at 2 p.m. this afternoon, the training pool, that's the pool closest to the changing rooms, will close for two swimmers. As we move and want to the final section, could all swimmers who are in finals please make their way to the marshalling area as quickly as possible, please, so that we can get started. Thank you.
So giving you 50 free for the girls, 50 free for the boys. Our finalists are Jack Murphy, Belsill Sharks, teammate Cameron Doran, Matthew Garrity, Inverclyde, Daniel Wong from Glasgow University, also from Glasgow University, Matthew Gordon, Phelan McNally, Cameron Creaney from Cumbernauld, Ewan Houston, Ren 96, and 2 Glasgow Uni swimmers, Ewan McDonald and Adnam Sanufi. Fraser Baird, Scotia, and Keane Smith, Adrian Monklands are our 2 reserves. We've still the IM to give you. We'll have these once we've got them passed up for checking from the recorders just below us. We'll have them hopefully very shortly. Everyone, make your way up promptly. We want to get underway very, very shortly with finals. Then it's relays to follow. So everyone who's in a final, 11, 12 and 13 plus, please make your way up to the marshalling area. We want to get underway in the next few minutes with those finals.
The finalists for event 409, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim, Archie MacArthur, Inverclyde, Ethan Collins, Bales Hill, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swim, Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld, Scott Brodie, Inverclyde, Max Miller, Western Bartonshire, George Signowski, Stranraer, Ewan Nielsen, Cumbernauld. Our reserves are Clark Malcolm Gill from Inverclyde and Kyle Harper, South Ayrshire. Boys 14-year-old 100 IM, Lewis Gibson, South Ayrshire, Callum MacArthur, Milngine, Bearsden, Fraser Cowie, North Ayrshire, Tom Jeffords, Wren 96, Craig Shaw, Lanark, Callum Ferguson, Rutherglen, Andrew Brackenridge, Cumbernauld, Rhys Edwards, Dumfries, Ewan Watson, Renfrew Bath, Alex Tinch, Stirling Swim. Our reserves for this event, FEA AU Poglu, South Ayrshire, and Caleb Geddes, Bales Hill. Event 410, the girls 17 and over 100 IM. Our finalists are Catriona Stewart, Western Bartonshire, Amber Stevenson, South Ayrshire, Isabel Wood, Stirling Swim, Gabriella Lessing, Wren 96, Lindsay Cameron, Dumfries, Millie Donachie, East Kilbride, Kerry Sinnott, Bales Hill, Olivia Payton, South Ayrshire, Erin Hammond, South Ayrshire, Keisha McCormack, Scotia, and our reserve is Casey Maxwell, Dumfries. And the finals, girls 11 to 12, 50 metre breaststroke. Lanes 0 through to 9. Amber Hinton, Madison Smith, Honor McCarty, Lainey Gibb, Ruby McInnes, Evie Chan, Isadora Holmes, Iona Lynn, Casey Dixon and Hannah McCaig. And as the girls come up to the turn there, so all pretty tight. And as they turn and head for home, difficult to say who's just ahead. I think it may well be Evie Chan or Ruby McInnes, I think, has just got herself ahead of Lainey Gibb. They're in lanes 4 and 3, and it is Ruby who's going to get the touch, followed by Lainey Gibb and Evie Chan in third. So Ruby McInnes 40-17, Lainey Gibb 40-47, and Evie Chan 41-24 are your first, second and third in the first of this afternoon's finals.
This is the final of the boys, 11 to 12, 50 breaststroke, 0 to 9. Murray Johnson, Luke Todd, Blake Herdman, Finlay Morris, Ryan Crabb, Lewis Bray, Matthew Jack, Sam Haddon, Gordon McGregor and Ollie Jeffords. First to the turn there, Ryan Crabb. He was the quickest into the final by a good couple of seconds, looking strong at the moment. It's close in second place, but it's lane 5. Lewis Bray just now in second, and coming up to the finish here, Ryan Crabb looks very strong. Entry 38, and he's come underneath that this time, 37.95. So good swim there by Ryan. And second, Lewis Bray, 40.4, and in third, Finlay Morris, 41.18.
Now move on to the girls' 13-year-old, the butterfly final. Emma Binney, Imogen Barrett, Chloe Kirk, Cara White, Molly Irvin Watson, Abigail McInerney, Emily Dawson, Chloe Semple, Molly Binney and Ellen White. Very strong start. Emily Dawson, Mulgine Beerstein, Molly Irvin Watson turning in second, Cara White in third. And down the final stretch, not much between Emily and 6. Molly Irvin Watson coming through to try and challenge along with Cara White. Very tight. It's going to be Emily Dawson, or is it Emily Dawson, Molly Irvin Watson, Cara White? That's the 1, 2, 3, 32.91. Emily Dawson gets her first gold at the meet from Molly Irvin Watson and Cara White.
And the 14-year-olds final, lane 0, Anna Lee, 1, Katie Towers, 2, Sophie Allison, Sophia McGinley, Mirren Gibb, Millie Colvin, Millie Barton, Kaylin Chan, Alana Wilson and Addison Cole. And at the turn, it's too tight to call. Good swimming going on here. As we look, the middle of the pool, I think may just be Mirren Gibb, who's just got herself ahead, got the touch there, just ahead of her teammate Millie Colvin and Sophia McGinley in third. Those results on the board: Mirren Gibb 32.02, Millie Colvin 32.30, Sophia McGinley 32.68. Your first, second and third.
This is the 13-year-old boys butterfly final, 0-9. Cameron Beck, Scott Brodie, Fraser van der Meulen, Lachlan Small, Archie MacArthur, Ethan Collins, Adam Merrick, Max Miller, Finlay Bennett and Kyle Harper. Quickest in is Archie MacArthur in lane 4, looking good at the moment. Archie just a fraction ahead of Ethan Collins, but now he's moving clearer as he comes towards the finish. And now Archie MacArthur takes that one. 29.57 for Archie, second Ethan Collins 30.49, third Lachlan Small 31.27.
Our 14-year-old finals: Upugulu, Reese Edwards, Alex Titch, Daniel Frew, Tom Jeffords, Fraser Cowie, Callum MacArthur, Ewan Watson, Caleb Geddes and Andrew Brackenridge. Not much between Tom Jeffords and Fraser Cowie in the earlier heats. 29.96, 28.96, 29.17. Fraser Cowie in the white cap, Tom Jeffords in the black cap. Turning almost together, not far behind Callum MacArthur in lane 6 and Daniel Frew, South Ayrshire. But here comes Tom Jeffords, the N96 boy, well clear. Fraser Cowie in second, Tom Jeffords, Fraser Cowie, Daniel Frew. That's the 1, 2, 3, 28.70 for Tom, 29.38 and 30.34 respectively.
And the girls 15-year-old 50-metre backstroke, lanes 0 through to 9. Sophie Gibson, Perry Scobie, Brick Rogerson, Grace Noonan, Susie McNair, Ailey Robertson, Rebecca Cole, Victoria Grabowska, Amelia Campbell and Sophie Steele. And as the girls turn and head for home, it's Susie McNair, Ailey Robertson, both out in front of the rest of the field. Battle on between these two. Who's going to get the touch? I think it will just be Susie. Just touched Ailey out there. Susie's time 30:01. Ailey Robertson 31:36. And Grace Noonan 32:54.
This is the 16-year-old final from lanes 0 to 9. Rowan McDonald, Amy McLennan, April Craner, Emma Leggett, Kirsty Gilmore, Millie MacArthur, Emma Craney, Isabel Kendall, Rebecca Somerville and Katie Stark. Fastest entry into the final, Kirsty Gilmore. Pretty close between Kirsty and Millie MacArthur. Possibly Millie just turned ahead there. Also going well on 3, Emma Leggett. So it's going to be very close as we come to the finish of this one. It looks as if Kirsty is just coming through now at the finish. She took that one just at the end there, 31:65. Kirsty Gilmer, second, Emma Leggett, 31:96. Third, Millie MacArthur, 32:17.
Oliver Cairns, Rory Hall, Benji Jeffries, Logan van der Meulen, Adam Scott, Finlay Nelson, Jack Docherty Simpson, Peter Maloney, Adams Thompson, Tyler Stewart. Well, Finlay Nelson, can he get 5 out of 5 or can Adam Scott spoil the party? Adam Scott in 4, Finlay Nelson in 5, Finlay Nelson storming down the final straight. Adam Scott, Finlay Nelson, Adam Scott, Finlay Nelson, Adam Scott, Jack Docherty Simpson. What a race, lads. Well, wait for that. It is Finlay Nelson who took that. 28:24. Adam Scott, 28:24. And Jack Docherty Simpson sneaks in for third place, 28:68. What a finish. So 5 out of 5 goes Knapp, Finlay Nelson, Dumfries.
16-year-old 50-metre backstroke, Alex Scott, Jamie Gilchrist, Robbie Carlisle, Ethan Stewart, Jack Simpson, Scott Flemmis, Thomas Ingalls, Cole Morrison, Fraser McIntosh, Ross McGee. And as the boys come into the turn, it is lane 4, Jack Simpson, just ahead of Scott Fleming. It's all going to be down to the final few metres, and that's Jack Simpson, I think, just got that. Just wait for the scoreboard to adjust itself. Jack Simpson first, 28.47, Scott Fleming 28.93, and Ethan Stewart 29.43.
Girls 17 over 50 freestyle, 0 Lindsay Cameron, 1 Keisha McCormack, 2 Amber Stevenson, 3 Erin Hammond, 4 Kira Steriker, 5 Gabrielle Essing, 6 Isabel Woods, 7 Isabel Woods, 8 Olivia Peyton, 9 Casey Maxwell. Kira Steriker, clear favourite into the final here, and she's well in the lead at the moment. I think it's Amber Stevenson in second, and also going well in number 6, lane 6 is Gabriella Lessing, and it's going to be very close for second. Kira takes it, and Gabriella Lessing takes second place. Isabel Wood took thirds.
So our last one at 58, boys 17 over, final. Hugh McDonald, Phelan McNally, Matthew Gordon, Matthew Garrity, Jack Murphy, Cameron Doran, Daniel Wong, Cameron Keeney, Ewan Houston and Adnam Sanufi. Fraser Baird in lane 3, reserved for Matthew Garrity. So Jack Murphy, Cameron Doran, 2 Bellsill swimmers were the fastest qualifiers. Also well there, Daniel Wong in 6 and 7. Cameron Creaney, Cumbernauld off the turn, very tight. Also up there is Matthew Gordon, Glasgow University in 2, but coming through is Jack Murphy. Jack Murphy's going to take this. It's tight for second. Oh, it might have been Daniel Wong from Cameron Doran. Jack Murphy. Daniel Wong is showing second, but there's no time for Cameron Doran. I think he got third place. He did get third. So final result, Jack Murphy 24.68, 24.99 for Daniel and Cameron Doran, 25.11 in third place.
And event 409, the boys 13 to 14, 100 IM. Lane 0, George Zibkowski, Stranraer. 1, Scott Brodie, Inverclyde. 2, Finley Bennett, Rutherglen. 3, Ethan Collins, Bales Hill Sharks. 4, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swimming. 5, Archie MacArthur, Inverclyde. 6, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swimming. 7, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. 8, Max Miller, Western Bartonshire. 9, Ewan Nielsen, Cumbernauld. And as we come up to the halfway mark, it's Archie MacArthur in lane 5 that just touched ahead of the field there. But as we move into the breaststroke, we have 4 boys in the centre of the pool, all looking to get themselves ahead of the field as they come up to the final turn. Archie MacArthur, Lachlan Small, Fraser van der Meulen, Ethan Collins. And after that turn, as we head for home, it's Lachlan Small. Stirling Swim just got himself ahead, but he's being challenged by Archie MacArthur, but it is Lachlan Small that gets the touch there, followed by Archie MacArthur. And in behind them, Fraser van der Meulen in 3rd place. Let's wait for the scoreboard to update itself. Just to confirm, but Lachlan Small's time, 1:07:54. Yeah, the scoreboard confirming there. Lachlan Small, 1:07:54. Archie MacArthur, 1:08:17. And Ethan Collins, 1:09:83. The result for that that final has been confirmed. Lachlan Small, Archie MacArthur, Ethan Collins, your 1st, 2nd and 3rd.
Fourteen-year-old 100 IM final, 0 through to 9. Ewan Watson, Andrew Brackenridge, Craig Shaw, Fraser Cowie, Lewis Gibson, Callum MacArthur, Tom Jeffords, Callum Ferguson, Rhys Edwards and Alex Tinch. Clear favourite here, Lewis Gibson into the final, 1:05:95. It's just a fraction ahead at the moment. Inside Lewis, Fraser Cowie going well. So it looks like Lewis Fraser also coming through in 6th now, Tom Jeffords. And it's the turn there, Lewis and then Fraser and Callum MacArthur. That's a 1, 2, 3 at the halfway, but a very good turn there. And now Lewis Gibson pulling away on the breaststroke. Looking very good here as he comes to his final turn. So it's Lewis Gibson, Callum MacArthur. Good turn again there from Lewis. And Lewis now looking very strong here, and he won't be caught as he approaches the finish. Very strong towards the end, and Lewis Gibson takes that. 1:05:11 for Lewis, 1:07:05 for Callum MacArthur, and 1:08:53 for Fraser Cowie. That's our 1, 2, 3.
Girls 17 over 100 IM, Erin Hammond, Kerry Sinnott, Lindsay Cameron, Isabel Wood, Katrina Stewart, Amber Stevenson, Gabrielle Leasing, Millie Donaghy, Empty Lane in 8, and 9, Keisha McCormack. Now, Amber Stevenson, the only one in the field who's got past the winning post at the moment, and Isabel Wood and Katrina Stewart, 1 and 2 at halfway. Katrina Stewart has the stronger breaststroke. Third place is Amber Stevenson. And Katrina Stewart using that useful breaststroke to good fruition here and just beginning to pull away. Amber Stevenson making some headway, but Isabel Wood's got a strong freestyle. It's Katrina Stewart, RSD swimmer, well clear in this one. Isabel Wood looks good for second. Amber Stevenson third. That's going to be your 1, 2, 3. Katrina Stewart, Isabel Wood, Amber Stevenson 106.86, 108.51 for Isabel, and 109.37 for Amber Stevenson. So that concludes all the individual events for the meet. We now move on to the fun. At the end, it's relays. We have boys 11 and 12 50-meter relay, followed by the girls 13 to 15 medley relay, and we conclude with a mixed 16 and over freestyle relay.
And event 421. This is the boys 11 to 12 4x50 meter freestyle relay. We have 3 teams in this event: Renfrew Bath, lane 3, lane 4, Ren 96, and lane 5, Dumfries. So at the turn, it is the Ren 96 team, swimmer Murray Johnson, who has put the team into a comfortable lead as he heads to the touch, and Ryan Crabb will take over from him. Behind Nathan Zaral from Dumfries. Sorry, not in behind, I beg your pardon. Nathan Zaral hands over to Yasin Hattab, and Aaron Donegan of Renfrew Baths hands over to his teammate Jensen Basketer. It is Ren 96 who have a substantial lead here as we come up to the halfway mark, and Ryan Crabb will hand over to his teammate Sam Haddon. Dumfries, Yasin Hattab will hand over to Aaron Carberry. They in turn have a lead over Renfrew Baths, and it is now the turn of Matthew Jack as he goes into the water, taking over from his teammate Jensen Basketer. As we see, Sam Haddon has completed his final turn of his relay race, and he's going to come up, and the team I think will be taken home by Ollie Jeffords as they go in with a substantial lead. Matthew Jack swam his leg really well, closed the gap between Renfrew Bath and Dumfries. Dumfries now, we now see Struan Henry. And there's a battle going on between Dumfries and Renfrew Bath for second place. Renfrew Bath represented by Max Buchanan. But it is no doubt who's won this. And it is the Ren 96 A-team, Ollie Jeffords. Renfrew Bath's Max Buchanan has had a good swim. He's got himself the team into second place. Overtaken Dumfries as Max Buchanan touches and closing out his team's race this afternoon, followed by Struan Henry. Ren 96, Renfrew Bath, Dumfries are your 1, 2 and 3. Go. So some results from the finals this afternoon. Event 401, the girls 11 to 12, 50 metre breaststroke. In first place and the gold medal winner, Ruby McInnes, North Ayrshire. Second, Lainey Gibb, Stranraer. Third, Evie Chan, North Ayrshire. Event 402, the boys 11 to 12, 50 metre breaststroke. In first place and gold medal position, Ryan Crabb, Ren 96. Second, Lewis Bray, Inverclyde. Finley Morris in third, also from Inverclyde.
Now we're on to the 13 to 15 girls 4x50 medley relay. Motherwell Wishaw in lane 3, Adrian Moncton in lane 4, and Bellshill Sharks in lane 5. So for Motherwell we have Morgan Dunn, Adrian Moncton, Zara Bell, and Bellshill Amelia Pregel. Good start here by Morgan from Motherwell. Clearly in the leads here after the first leg in the backstroke. Morgan will hand over to Lucy Hunter. And the other two, Zara hands over to Catherine McDonald. Amelia hands over to Katia Wilson. So we'll see if anything changes in the in the breaststroke leg. Catherine McDonald looking good for Adrian Moncton. Katia Wilson also making up a little bit of ground. Still out in the lead, Lucy Hunter for Motherwell Wishaw. So it's Motherwell Wishaw out in front. I would say a little bit of ground's been made up here by Adrian Moncton. Catherine McDonald, good breaststroke leg here. But Lucy Hunter will hand over to Lucy Kellis. So off Lucy goes to Lucy. And Evan McCauley for Adrian Moncton and Imogen Weir for Bellshill. That's still a 1, 2, 3. So Motherwell Wishaw in front, but I think pulling back here on the fly is Evan McCauley. Looking good at the moment, but just holding that lead is Lucy Kellis from Motherwell Wishaw. And it's a lot closer than it was. Good fly swim here by Evan. And Lucy Kellis hands over to Alex Douglas. So it's Alex Douglas, Megan Mulhern from Adrian Moncton, and Emma Cuthbertson just takes off onto a freestyle from Bellshill. And it's very close now, and still just in the lead, Alex Douglas from Motherwell Wishaw. Megan Mulhern making up some ground here from Adrian Moncton, but a good turn there from Alex Douglas, and she moves further clear now as she comes towards the end. So it's going to be Motherwell Wishaw taking this one. Adrian Moncton second, and Bellshill third.
heat number 2. And we start off with in 0, Bellshill B, Wren in 1, no team goes in 2, Ayrshire, North Ayrshire 3, Dumfries B in 4, Hamilton B in 5, Mulgine Bearsden B in 6, Western Bartonshire in 7, Mulgine Bearsden C in 8, and Dumfries C in 9. A strong start in lane 1. The Wren team, Imogen Barrett goes for them. Hamilton Bass with Rachel McGavin is in second, or is it? Well, Hamilton just touch ahead of Wren. Addison Cole goes in. Molly Binning for Wren. Third place might well be Western Bartonshire, Victoria Grabowska. So a breaststroke. At the moment it's Wren, Hamilton and West D. And Victoria's had a really cracking breaststroke. Looks like she's upsides. Hamilton Bass. Dumfries coming through with Molly Irvin Watson. Well, it's tightening up. Hamilton just with the advantage, and lots going in shortly afterwards. Chloe Hendry for Hamilton. Leah Rafferty for West D. Between them, Chloe Kurt for M&B. Dumfries with Hanny. So, Western Bartonshire, Mulgine Bearsden, Hamilton Bass, those three almost together. Coming to the final turn, final takeover, onto freestyle. Mulgine Bearsden, Ellie Hall, Sophie Allison for West D, Erin Coulter for Hamilton, and West D have set sail. Sophie Allison for West D. Well clear in this one. Hamilton in second, M&B in third. West D are going to take this one, I think. Hamilton coming back strongly. It's West D and Hamilton. Western Bartonshire, Hamilton Bass. That's the 1-2 in heat 2. And finishing very strongly in third place is North Ayrshire with Emma Binney to take third. 2:17.57, the winning time for Western Bartonshire. Hamilton's B team in second, and third place North Ayrshire.
And that's that, the result confirmed for that relay there. Western Bartonshire winning. As I said, the results confirmed for the previous relay: Western Bartonshire, Hamilton Baths, North Ayrshire 1, 2 and 3. And we move on to heat 3, the 4x50 metre medley relay. Lane 0, Rutherglen, 1, Bells Hill, 2, South Ayrshire, 3, Dumfries, empty lane 4, 5, Stirling Swim, 6, Hamilton, 7, Mulgine Bearsden, empty lane 8, and lane 9, Cumbernauld. And as the girls after the turn will come down to the handovers, it's Dumfries, Brooke Rogerson, and Stirling Swim, Amelia Campbell. I think Stirling Swim just got the touch there as Perry Scobie takes over for Stirling Swim. She's got herself a lead here, but she is going to be challenged. Ailey McNair, Mulgine Bearsden swimming well, as is Mirren Gibb from Dumfries. Over in lane 1, Alana Wilson also swimming well. These girls all in the mix for in behind Sterling Swim, Perry Scobie. As Perry comes up to hand over to Susie McNair. And it's anybody's guess who's in second. Hamilton Baths. Hannah Anderson takes over. Dumfries, Georgia Dickey, and Bells Hill, Millie Barton. Emily Dawson swimming for Milngavie Bearsden at this leg, but it is Sterling Swim, Susie McNair, who's got herself a substantial lead. Dumfries have got themselves into second. Georgia Dickey swimming well. Susie McNair hands over to Anna Lee. Georgia Dickey over to Millie Colvin. Milngavie Bearsden's Grace Noonan takes over from Emily Dawson. But this Sterling Swim, Anna Lee, she's going to bring the team home in first place. Behind them, Dumfries, Millie Colvin. Battle for third. Milngavie Bearsden just get the touch there. Grace Noonan, your 1, 2 and 3. Sterling Swim, Dumfries and Milngavie Bearsden. The time for Sterling Swim, 2:07:23. Dumfries, 2:09:44. And Milngavie Bearsden, 2:10:15. There is a disqualification in lane 7. And third place, South Ayrshire, 2:10:62. Disqualification, lane 7 for a technical infraction.
So we're on to the mixed 16 and over 4x50 freestyle relay, and we have Airdrie and Moncton versus East Kilbride in Heat 1. We have 2 heats in this event, so it's Harris Japp and Scott Fleming. Harris Japp from Airdrie and Moncton, Scott Fleming from East Kilbride. And good leads here built already from Scott, as Scott hands over to Jack Simpson. So East Kilbride opting to have the 2 boys first. Second for Airdrie and Moncton is Lara Brown. So as you'd expect, the boys are moving further ahead here. Going top heavy with the 2 boys, then on to the 2 girls. So Jack Simpson looking good here. A good 50-metre lead now. Jack hands over to Katie Stark. So Katie Stark sets off, and it's going to be Evan McCauley who takes over from Airdrie and Moncton. And Evan McCauley, got a good bit of ground to make up here. That's Katie Stark from East Kilbride and Evan McCauley from Airdrie Moncton. And Katie Stark handing over to Millie Donicky. Final leg for Airdrie Moncton is going to be Keane Smith. So Keane is going to have to go like a rocket here to catch up. We'll see what he can do. So it's Keane Smith in the final leg here. Far too much ground to make up, but we'll see if he makes up some water back here. But Millie Donicky looking very good here. So East Kilbride are going to take this one. That's East Kilbride, a time of 1:53.79, so a good 3 seconds under their entry. And Airdrie and Moncton, a time of 1:58.84.
Round 96 in 1. Hamilton Bass 2. Western Bartonshire 3. Stirling Swim 4. Dumfries 5. Scotia 6. Bellshill Sharks 7. Motherwell and Wishaw in 8. Strong start in lane 5. Finlay Nelson, who's had a cracking week. He just gives them that sled advantage over Bellshill. Alex Scott for Dumfries. Erin Faulkner for Bellshill. Over on the far side, Wren with Amy McAlonan. Catriona Stewart, West D. Isabel Wood for Stirling. At the moment, it's advantage with Dumfries. They've 2 girls to follow. So they've top-loaded it at the beginning with the 2 fellas. So Dumfries, Casey Maxwell. West D with Caitlin McCarthy. Going in third. Isabel Wood passes over to Isabel Kendall. The moment it's Dumfries. Close behind Stirling and Western Bartonshire with round 96. Gabriella Leasing having a cracking swim. Gets them into second. All to play for. Final 50. Lindsay Cameron, can she hold on? Zach Jeffrey for Wren. But here comes Stirling Swim. Andrew McKenzie. It's Dumfries. Stirling off that final turn. Dumfries with Stirling coming strongly. Dumfries and Stirling, and over the far side, Wren 96. It's cracking finish. Stirling, Wren, and Dumfries. What a finish to get us. Oh, what a finish indeed. Stirling take that. Andrew McKenzie brings the Stirling team home at the death. Zach Jeffrey almost got it. They're second. Dumfries with Lindsay Cameron hanging in there just to get third. Well done, everyone. Great swimming to finish us off. That concludes the afternoon session on day 2 at the district sprints for 2022. Thanks everyone who's joined us on the live stream. From Jackie Smith, Stuart Stevenson, myself, Robert Taylor, we bid you goodbye and hope to see you at the next district event, October the 22nd and 23rd at Tollcross.